welcome to the 5th episode of the Inebriated Engineer ASMR World of Warcraft series. This time, I kinda want to explore Darnassus, the main city of the Night Elves. We have a quest to go there anyways. So let's see. Fidello, reminders of home. How can I help you? This is very thoughtful of Naoma. For a few coins, I can arrange a quick transportation to the capital by Hippogriff. How much money do I have? Oh, I got lots. Everyone in Dolinar is so proud of Sister Akanine. I am certain she'll be pleased to receive this thoughtful gift from Naoma. When you're ready to travel to Darnassus, just speak to me again, and for a few coins, you can hire a Hippogriff to take you there. I am told Sister Akanine enjoys solitude of a small plaza just south of the Hippogriff Master in Darnassus. Look for her there after you arrive. Wait, it's free. I like the Blood Elf zones, but let's fly there now. Whoa, it's pretty. The Night Elf starting zone is really pretty. I like the blues and greens and purples. It's my favorite color palette ever. I like Darnassus, and I don't care for as much Darkshore, but I like Ashen Vale. And I also really like, let's see, if you go to Draenor, Shadowmoon Valley, it's a bit more heavy on the blues and purples, but this area is just gorgeous. I love it. There's a world boss, Lord Kazak. You guys ever hear the story about how Doom Lord Kazak wiped out Stormwind? Basically, back in Classic, he had an ability that dealt AoE shadow damage to everyone, and every time he killed an enemy, he healed for a bunch of health. So some Horde players went through, and they just kind of dragged him all the way to Stormwind, and he was just one-shotting low-level players and low-level NPCs, constantly healing for a ton of health, and just obliterating all of Stormwind. It was freaking cool. Alright, let's see. There's Sister Akiane, the novice priestest. How may I help you? Something for me. I wonder who sent it. Your sister? No, duh. Who else would it be? That's silly talk. This is wonderful. It's just the kind of thing I need to remind me of home while I continue my studies in the Temple of the Moon. I'll try out one of these recipes tonight. I can't wait. Would you take this short note of thanks back to Naoma? You can hire a Hippogriff to take you back to Dolinar. Just visit our Hippogriff Master, Leora. When you're ready to leave, she'll help you ride back to Dolinar. Yeah, but first I'm gonna explore just a little bit. I wanna see what the city has to offer. Then I'll talk to her, because I might just Hearthstone there, you know.
I am honored.
Unexpected gift. Are you ready to return to Dolinar?
May the stars guide you.
Do you need to ride back to Dolinar? It'll be easy to get you a flight back to Dolinar since you already know Fidello in Dolinar. You'll be able to fly back there without any problems. Whenever you arrive in a new town, just remember to speak to the flight master so you can fly from the new location. Speak with me when you're ready to hire a Hippogriff and return to Dolinar. Alright, let's explore the city. Because I really want to explore it all. Wait, I don't need that. I have a heirloom shield. So I don't need that, no. Here is the bank. It's got the main bank in the guild vault. And then it's it's a bear. The tree's a bear. And then also a bird. So if we go over there is the Temple of the Moon. It's where you can learn portals if you're a mage, or used to. I think they just automatically learn them now because why have flavor in an MMO RPG? That would be silly. That would be silly, even though it actually would be awesome.
Greetings.
Do you have they don't have the heavy fishing fishing. Now I know how to do the fishingness.
I'm listening.
Okay, there we go.
Go indeed.
So, like first we'll go to the tradesman area of tradesmaniness. Back in like Classic, you wouldn't really spend a lot of time here because vendor bought items were generally not great, other than like the traveling merchants would occasionally have something pretty solid. Like, if I can remember right, there's a traveling merchant that travels through like, let's see, travels through Elwyn Forest, I think in Westville, I'm not sure, and then over into the Red Ridge Mountains up here. And he had like the Executioner's Sword, which is like a really good level 19 sword. It was kind of expensive, but it was like crazy good if you were to have it. But most of these guys, they don't sell anything too amazing.
I am honored.
Like, no greens or anything. It's all just white quality stuff. And who gives a hoot or a holler about white quality gear?
Be careful.
It's just not important. Not important at all. The one thing that would be important is like there's, yeah, mail armor and shields. Let's see, can I wear plate yet? I know back in Classic. Yeah, you can do plate. Back in Classic, you had to be level 40 before you could wear plate armor. Until then, you just wore mail armor. Let's see. The one thing that would be useful. No, not the throne. Or the Fletcher. Bags there. And I want to do some of that. I want to buy me some bags. Because you never know when you could use some extra inventory space. Because back in Classic, it was such a struggle to get bags. So I gotta get me some bags to be able to store my loot.
Can I assist you?
Let's see. Oh, I can't afford that. Let's just buy some small ones. They are like 5 silver pop. There we go. Now I have lots of inventory space. Alright, so that was the craftsman, or the tradesman terrace. Not really anything too useful there. But the bag merchant sales, and then also like if you go to a meat vendor, that's useful if you're a hunter because you had to feed your pets back in the day. And then if we go over here, so there's a weapon merchant, knife. There used to be like the weapons master over here. So back then you could only equip certain weapons per your race starting and your class starting, and you could go to the various weapon masters in different cities to learn different ones. There's a warrior trainer, which I don't think you do anything with now.
I am listening.
No. It looks like there might be quests. That's kind of cool. I thought they got rid of all those. But like, this is where you'd spend a decent bit of time as a warrior, because you gotta get your like new skills. Every even level you would learn some new skills, and you would occasionally get the quests like to learn defensive stance or berserker stance, or get the whirlwind axe, which was awesome. But then over here's the craftsman terrace. It's got like your different training things, and I don't think they actually have engineering. It's like, yeah, if you want to be a knight, they do have engineering now, but back in the day they did not. So if you wanted to be an engineer as a night elf, you basically had to go pound sand until you went over to Darkshore, and you could train up to level 75, but that was it, and max 300. So if you wanted to go past 75, you had to go over to the Eastern Kingdom, so it was super inconvenient. But again, as a warrior, I really think you need it. I mean, you could maybe get by with alchemy, and that is arguably pretty darn useful.
Open
but, like,
for business.
It's super helpful. Okay, I think I need a mining pick. Let's see. I don't actually know. Rough blasting powder, that's helpful, and coarse blasting powder. I definitely want those things. I think they added a bunch of stuff to it. There we go.
Watch
Yeah, it's very different than what I'm used to, but I vaguely remember some stuff because I played a tiny most mysterious leveling your professions. Let's see. Oh, I got the buff now. Dressed in minor equipment. Oh, I have a pickaxe on my hip. That's kind of cool. Over here is where you would have like the hunter and druid trainers. Hunter up here, and then druid in there, I think. Oh no, it's been a while. No, druid down there, I think. Poison supplies. Yeah, back in the days of rogues, you needed to get like ingredients for poison. So rogues, you really benefited from like alchemy and herbalism because you needed herbs to make a lot of your poisons anyways. So like, it just kind of made sense. I don't know, I feel like there was just so much more flavor back in Classic. Now it's just kind of like, you just do whatever you want to do, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, no consequences for your actions, no benefits for them either, so it just doesn't feel as, whole. It just feels like you're floating throughout the world, not like you're actually a participant in a cool world. I don't know, I think Classic is just, I think it is good. There's a slide back to Dolinar because I showed you the city. Other than like the entrance here, but there's not really much. It's like a person you could buy some owls from here, and like some apples and mints or something like that. But that's about it. There's the main entrance to the city. Right over here, there's like a hut, I think. Yeah, and that's where you can learn like leatherworking and skinning if you wanted to. And then there's some enemies over here, but down like a little bit further over this way. It's where there are lots of furbogs, and like I don't know how bad it is in retail, but there's like a rare in that cave. But like over there in Classic, there was a death trap because it was a cave filled with a ton of enemies, and they just spawn on you, and just it was brutal. Like if you played hardcore at all, that was the cause of many deaths for many players. A lot of players, myself included, would just avoid that area entirely because it wasn't worth it. Even if you weren't doing hardcore, it was just brutal, and the drop rates for some of the things were not good, so we avoided it because it was bad.
Feel free to browse.
Return to Naoma.
Good luck, friend.
GLT Doctor, you're back from Darnassus.
Be careful.
It sounds like she loved it. Thank you for bringing the book to Sister Akien. GLT Doctor, one of these days I intend to take her up on an invitation to visit Darnassus.